Hi, this is Dee from Cost Conscious Entrepreneur Business Advice, and today I would like to show you how to register a business in Canada, how much it costs, and how really simple the entire process is. Everything can be done online, and you're looking at a bit over $200 to do the entire process and registration, and it takes 10 to 15 minutes. It's very simple. In our channel, we try to advise people who are starting businesses or running small businesses. We will be talking about things like taxation, finances, marketing, advertising, website development. So if you're interested, just subscribe to our channel. So I have quite a few people approaching me that are considering registering a business. They're just intimidated by the entire process. They don't know what it entails, how much it costs. Some people, they talk, you can go to registry and it will cost you $400 to $500 to register a business, or you can just do it yourself online, presenting exactly the same information in 15 minutes. So it's very simple. There are two main steps to do if you would like to do registration of a business. First is getting a nuance report. Nuance is it's a name report. It's basically government checking whether the name that you desire to have for your company, whether it already exists, because they like to avoid having the same two different companies having the same name. And the second step is just registering the business online. So you have to get the nuance report first because during the registration process, it asks you for it. It asks you for the report number. So in order to get the nuance report, you just go to nuance.com and we're speaking English, so let's just do English. And if you just scroll down, there's an option to auto report your stuff, and it costs $13.80. So it's very cheap. So if you just click order now, and if you scroll down, it will ask you if you would like to incorporate in the entire Canada or in Northwest Territories. So I highly recommend doing the federal registration, which we'll be doing also. And then it asks you for the proposed name. So let's just do something really random. Let's say New Deal. And during your business registration, you will have to include in the name mandatory names, which include INC, Corp, or LTD. But here you don't have to do it. So just click Next. It tells you that there's already a company that has a name, New Deal. And if you just scroll down, there's a company registered in Alberta, and it's active. It was registered on this day. And there are very similar companies like the Canadian New Deal, the New Deal Enterprises Corporation. So all these, this one is inactive, but still you can probably register that name. So you would have to find something that wouldn't be on this list. So just give it a different name. After you do that, you just provide your email address. You pay $13.80 using your credit card, or you can do an internet payment, and right away you'll be sent a nuance report to your email address, and it looks something like this. So basically, it's a more refined version of what you saw in the online version. This nuance report, it's basically good. It's reservation of that specific name for 90 days. So if you are registering a business, then you have to have this report within the last 90 days. So now we would like to register a business. So that's it for the nuance. It's very simple. So if you want to register a business, you just go to canada.ca. which is the government website. You hit English, and then it asks you would like to find registering of a business. So there's a menu here. So you just go to business and industry and starting a business. And then what you can do is you can create a corporation. And then I highly recommend doing a federal corporation in Canada. And the reason is that when you do, you can register business in each specific province, and you can do it federally. If you do the registration federally, your name is granted in all the other provinces, while if you just do it within your province, then in other province there can be a company that has exactly the same name, and if you would like to start selling there, there's pretty much nothing you can do, and you will have to register a business from scratch with a completely different name or very similar one. So if you just do the federal incorporation, it's just so much better, and I highly recommend it. So here in the federal incorporation, it just asks you, it just provides the eligibility details. There's really nothing in there that is required. It costs $200, and you can just do it online. So let's just proceed. And again, it takes only about 5 or 10 minutes. So it asks you whether you would like to do a business corporation or not-for-profit. So depending on what you would like to do, if you're a nonprofit, then that's what you would do. It costs $200 as well. Or if you just have a regular corporation, so let's just do a business corporation. It is going to ask you for all these things on the right side. So first, it's going to be checking the corporate name. So first, you need to provide information about yourself. So let's do that. Your telephone number, email address, where you will be sent all the article of incorporation and through which you communicated with. And then ask for a corporate name. And here, what you need to do is you need to use the reservation number on your nuance report. And I don't have a nuance report, so I am not going to go further, but I will explain what you need to do. So once you, let's just click next, what happens? Yeah, so I will need to fill out the other forms, but I don't have the nuance report. So there's one thing that I wanted to show you. So let's just do any random number. In terms of the name, so user reservation, just go next. It is going to ask you for the proposed name, and this is something that you get from the nuance, so whatever that would be. But now, let's just go with new deal, for example. If you just, here it asks you for the report reservation number. I don't have it. And what I wanted to show you is, here are some more information. You don't have to fill it out at all. If you click next, then it says that the name must contain a valid legal element. That would be the Corp, LTD, or INC. So in here, you would always have to do either INC or LTD or Corp. So this is a legal element of the name of a corporation, and one of these three has to be included. Other than that, on this page, here you would put the number, whatever it is for the nuance report. Other than that, you can provide more information if you would like, but it's not required. It's more about what you would like to do with the business. I'm not sure if anyone checks that, maybe. And letters of consent, again, there's really nothing that you need to do here. So if you just do this, I cannot go any further. But what you would do is it will ask you for more on the next page, for more information for your articles of incorporation. And there are two main things, and it will be the number of directors. If it's just you, it would be one. If you would like to include more people, you can do more. I think up to, I'm not sure, but you can do more. And it's gonna ask you if you have any what types of shares you would like to have. So typically would be common shares, and if there are any restrictions for the transfer of the shares. So I would leave everything default, and you can update the information later once your company grows and you have a need to have two classes of shares or any other things you need to add. Then you just print it and sign it. And then it'll ask for information about the directors. So as I said, if you had only one, it would be just you, and you would just write the information about yourself, which would be your name, email address, your mailing address, and your phone number. You would again just review it and print it. And then reminder notices it'll ask you for your email address, where they will be sending any kind of information regarding your corporation to this email address, and then you just proceed to payment. You pay $200, and that's it. And you are a CEO of a corporation. In terms of maintenance and what needs to happen afterwards, is it costs $20 a year. You need to do the annual returns. It's done online. It takes, again, 2 minutes. You just confirm that you do exist, and if there's any change in terms of the directors, you just confirm that. And the reason why this needs to be done is so that the government knows if the businesses that are registered actually function, or if they're dormant or inactive. So by paying $20 every year and just filing the annual returns, you will just say that, yes, I am active. After this, I will show in the next video how to create a Canada Revenue Agency account. And there you will be able to ask or request your sales GST or sales tax numbers. You will be able to request import-export numbers if you're dealing with the government, the procurement number, and there's an entire host of services that you can do online. Most of them are free. For example, if you're changing the address of the company, or if you're changing the directors, you can do it all online. And most of, as I said, or if you like to dissolve the company, most of them are just free. You can just do it through there. So I'll show that in the next video. So hopefully you like this. Hopefully it helped. And as I said, if you are not even sure whether to register a company, and if you have spare $200, go do it. And then you can there's a whole bunch of things that you can do once you have a registered business. Lots of people say that there is an increase that to start with as a proprietor, and because if you have a corporation, there's an increased cost and complexity, and they don't recommend it. I would disagree with this. I would, as you said, see, it's really easy to register, and you have to do accounting whether you have if you're a proprietor or not. And I can show you more about the accounting. Taxes are, if you have a business that generates sales less than $1 million or $2 million a year, the taxes are usually very simple. Everything's just so simple. So I would definitely just go ahead and do it. And at least that's what I would suggest. So if you have any questions, just put them in a comment section, and I will try to answer them, and I will try to make more videos on these topics. So thank you very much.